it's fixed now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm looking at my left. I'm not seeing any dropped frames yet, which makes me kind of confident that it might be back and working. Ooh, seems okay. Possibly. Yes, I have returned. I just had to do some troubleshooting, and I think it was a server issue that was causing me to drop frames. I think it was my connection after all, because now it's not saying there are any. So I think it was either a problem with the streaming servers, or my Wi-Fi, or just the connection between the two. So it's probably that. But yeah, it looks like it's better now. I think I just had to restart my computer. It probably didn't help that I've had it running all day, so it probably just needed to just get kicked back into gear. It seems to be working now, that's good. Okay, so now we can actually do a stream. Yay. You know, it seems like every time I stream I have to do something like this. I also checked the thing that was like dynamic bitrate, so it might just tank the quality if the internet's bad, rather than making me stutter around like a loose cannon recon thing. Seeing that YouTube from 2014, 1.5 million subscribers to stream, and you literally has 21 views. That's always a fear, isn't it? It always terrifies me that'll happen, because it will. It happens to pretty much every channel unless you keep reinventing yourself. So I've always been very worried about that. Oh, there we go, some drop frames. That's can't come back for us. It's not as bad, it seems. But yeah, I'll just wait for some more people to come in and then we can get in with the thumbnail stuff. Because I just thought I had to make one anyway. I just thought I'd give people a little peek behind the curtain, just to see what's going on with how I make them. It's weird because I don't even like make them from the ground up each time. I pretty much just reuse a previous one, like for the background and the text, and I just change the images and that's how I do it. That's usually my process. Just load something up here. Yeah, but these Series 4 ones, they're going to be a bit more fancy, which is why I kind of want to do a stream with them. I'll show my Partners in Crime one, actually, because that's the one I'm going to be like not overwriting. I do have it saved to something different so I can make changes, but this is currently the Partners in Crime one. I'll just, how do you full screen in Photoshop? That's always a good sign, isn't it? I do a Photoshop stream and I don't even know how to full screen it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what? Yeah, okay, it's working. Yeah, so this is what we're currently looking at for Series 4 Partners in Crime. So what I'm, because it's display capture, it doesn't have my cursor. Can I fix that? There we go. You'll definitely need that. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to end up doing is getting rid of all the images and then just change the color on the background, change the color on the box, write something new in the box, and then put in new images. And that's essentially... Ooh, stream shut itself there. Stream really just shut itself out of nowhere. God, I can't win. Anyway, hopefully this time will work. Let's see. Is there a better place for me to put my? Where do you think I should put me? You know, hey, here I go. I'm going on an adventure. Where should? I can't really think of a good place because I feel like you need to see the tools that I'm using here. It will help, but I'm not really sure unless I make myself really small in the corner. Probably up here actually, because I never use stuff up there. So I'll say that's probably a better place for me. Yeah, so I've already got all the PNGs and stuff ready. We're going to go for something very similar to this, this time we're doing the Planet of the Ood thumbnail, so I'm just going to start by doing what I usually do in these situations, and just going and getting rid of basically everything. Yeah, that's most of it already. Yeah, so then we basically have this. So yeah, so this is the framework. We're going to change this box and stuff, but that's usually what I do last, because I like to see how much space I've got and then kind of tool a sentence that kind of fits it. So we're going to start by bringing in some of our PNGs here. Let me just, okay, so we got one here, Donna, let's see, and then one of the Doctor, and then we got two of the Ood. Here we go. I'll actually show you where I get my images from, actually, because it took me ages to actually find this site, but it's really helpful. 1 second. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I actually use this site called DVD Bash. It's just basically got like promo pictures and stills, like HD stills from everything up until I believe Husbands of River Song. Yeah. So you know, if I go to say, let's see, let's find Planet of the Ood. Yeah, if I go on Planet of the Ood, it's got like a bunch of, these are all HD photos as well. Like, it's just got a bunch of promo pictures and stills. I've no idea like how they got them or anything, but they're so helpful. So it's just, you know, this is what I've started using in my videos instead of freeze frames, because the freeze frames still have like the SD quality and they look kind of grim and dirty, but these are still HD and they look really clean and stuff, so I like using them. So yeah, let me just bring that back up. Ooh, hang on a minute. Just bring that back over there. So yeah, so we have now all of these PNGs that we've now got to pretty up and like put it together in an order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Doctor and Donna first, and then sort the Ood out. So we're going to have to have the Doctor here, I reckon. The site doesn't have classic, no. I have no idea where to go for classic stuff. And Donna, I have to make her a bit bigger, because they have to kind of be the same size. But this is always very difficult to kind of judge, because it's different angles and stuff like that. And then obviously, yeah, you have her taking up so much space. It's like to kiss them goodbye. Kiss them goodbye. Class. Really? I'll look that up, Ventral. What was that called? Kiss them goodbye. Let me have a look. I'll have a look at that later. I'll just keep it up for now, but I'll have a look at that later. That might come in really helpful. Because there's some stuff where it's like you really want HD images of a scene, but they just don't have them on DVD Bash. So that makes it difficult. I just realised that being full screen, I don't have my thing. My mouse scroll is broken, so it's an absolute pain to deal with. So yeah, even though I use an AI to get rid of the backgrounds, I still have to do some bits manually, and I hate doing these, especially when it's awkward stuff like fur or hair, because it's so difficult to like cut it out and make it still look natural. Because it's just a small thumbnail, usually it's not too bad, but yeah, usually you have to go quite extreme with it and just hope it looks fine on the outside. Yeah, like, yeah, I think that looks fine. We'll probably pretty up a bit more later. Let's see. So yeah, the one issue I didn't think about is her and the Doctor being like that. I kind of envisioned them being having more space together on the screen. It might, yeah, because I think it's just because she's too big now. if I make her smaller, it might look a bit better. Let's have a look. And one thing I'm going to have to do off screen is get rid of all like the snow particles on there, because that just, it doesn't look good. So yeah, so if they look like that, and then I have this, which I will be using for the ood to be in, and let's see, sorry, I can't even see my whole screen, I've got to look around my microphone. So we have a gradient. This thumbnail is going to be for Planet of the Ood. So I have a gradient here that I'm just going to whack on to hide the rest of their bodies. Usually, like, it's going to be weird because usually I just whack on like some music or a podcast or something and then make these thumbnails. I've never like done one with an audience before, so who knows how this is going to end up being. Let's see, try and get the best angle of this. It's weird, I was looking for ages before trying to get a good sort of beam of light, because the kind of thing I'm going for is there's a DVD cover. I think I have it saved in the same thing. Let me just look for it. There's the DVD cover for the first three. Yeah, here we go. Let me just bring this up. I'm kind of going for something like this, with the Ood there and the Doctor and Donna there. The annoying thing is I don't have access to this image. The Doctor I might get a more generic, better one of, because the one we do have isn't very good. So I might get a more generic one from the Series 4 thing. So let's have a look, see if we can find a better one. Oh, this is a terrible show, by the way. Never watched this. It's so bad. For Beams of Light, I honestly just Googled and hoped for the best. It's very hit and miss finding those kind of, like, I don't even know what you'd call them. That's why it's hard to find them, because you see them in Big Finish and stuff when they make the graphic design of those. Because yeah, you see that there. That's kind of what I'm going for. But they don't have a great selection here. There is this, possibly. But that might work actually. Do you think that would work if I had? Yeah, I think that could be useful actually. Yeah. So what I do in this situation is, where is it? Let me just find it. Yeah, so I have a remove background thing. Actually, I've just got to save that. I don't want any weird stuff in my downloads to come up. Not anything dodgy, it's just hard to explain stuff. Like a picture of Chris Chibnall on Open Air. Because I'm very bad with my file management. But okay, so here we go. So it's as simple as this. Usually I used to spend tens of minutes to like an hour carefully cutting out people, but then you just whack it into this and it does pretty much all of it for you. You still gotta like fine tune it and do like some bits, like, you know, here I'd get rid of Donna because she's unnecessary, but I might just download it and cut out Donna in Photoshop because it's a bit easier to navigate than this site. So yeah, so I think the Doctor looks fine now. I don't think there's anything it's got rid of from him. Yeah, that looks fine. So now we download this. Yeah, so here we go. Ooh, stream's breaking again. Yeah, the downside is the picture is a bit less high quality, but so it should be fine. So now we just got to get rid of Donna, basically. So got to rasterize that. I'm still pretty much a novice to Photoshop with all this stuff. I kind of just take really complex workarounds to do stuff that people who are familiar with it would do instantly, just with a few shortcuts. I basically never have any idea. I basically never have any idea what I'm doing, but I know enough to kind of get an okay product. But yeah, this is basically what I used to do all the time, was cutting out people individually, and it would take so long to do, but this time it's better because I only have to just get rid of Donna. It's not the AI's fault that Donna's still there, because it's tuned to just pick up on people. I used this tool quite a lot for Discord Right 2 for all those pictures, because you had to just get a bunch of pictures of people. Hold on, actually, I'll just go put that over Stream Manager to see how few viewers I'm getting. Hey, and to see if my stream's even still working. Donna's fingers and arm. I can kind of shithouse that and get rid of it very carefully in a sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work way. We'll do that now, actually. So let's see. So, you know, we have his arm here, and then what we can do, sorry, I'm gonna do that every now and then where I lean forward, because oh shit, I just realized I don't have my scroll thing. Usually there's a scroll at the bottom. Maybe I'm just gonna on full screen because I'm so used to working without. There we go. There we go. That's better. What's going on? What's going on? I'm breaking it. I'm breaking it all. Yeah. Okay. So we can either nah, that doesn't work. So we clone stamp. So there's a tool here where you can just select any part of the arm and it just kind of duplicates it. But the problem is it also duplicates her fingers there, so we've got to be careful with it, because you've got to try and make it still look natural. I believe this side of his arm will probably be covered up anyway, but I just want to make sure it still looks okay. Yeah, it's not looking great, but as long as you have it passable, you can kind of smudge it around afterwards. But it is a great tool, this, because you can just paper over so many annoying elements. Alright. Let's see. So I think I fucked up with the erasing, actually, because I think there's a bit more to do here. That would be okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. We don't have to go all the way because it will most likely get covered up by the other assets in it. So I think that's fine. I take a lot of shortcuts and just hope people, because it's only a thumbnail, so people don't really like examine it. It's not like a piece of art or anything. It's just the thumbnail. So usually I can get away with some stuff. This I always hate. I always hate dealing with this because yes, David Tennant has spiky hair, and I'm not good with erasing like the background of spiky hair. It was an absolute pain with both of them doing the series 3 thumbnails, because Martha also had her hair up in spiky and everything. Do I ever feel like my videos will cause a controversy in the Doctor Who community? I don't know. I don't think they're that controversial. Usually I just go with like everyone else's opinions because I just happen to share them. Like, a lot of my takes aren't really hot takes, so I don't think I'd ever cause huge controversy. Are both thumbnails full analysis coming soon? Yes, now people are going to download my thumbnails, zoom in and look at every inch of it to make sure it's all done perfectly. Because yeah, I've flirted in the past with, I think it was some of my series, I think it was like my Impossible Planet one I tried making look really fancy and stuff. Because I want my thumbnails to look a lot better, because it's usually just, hey, person and another person. Doesn't really give too much indication of what the video's about. It's not looking great there, but yeah, I think that's, yeah, that will probably do. I just know anyone who's like I'm glad Cynical who's not watching this. What I do is line his hair up with a feathering so it's more blurred. Yeah, again, I'm not great at Photoshop. I'm not really very familiar with feathering and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now we have this. And yeah, as I was saying, the arm thing, it really won't matter too much because it will get covered. So we have him here. And then if we just drop him behind that, yeah, that I think that already looks a lot better and more balanced than the original PNG we had of him. Yeah, it's just best placement, which I think is kind of there. And then we've got to account for them being different heights, so Donna can low down a bit there. And then if you do this, not too much you can do thumbnail without making it look too clickbaity. Yeah, I know, I hate being like clickbaity my thumbnails. Oh, that was the wrong direction. I hate being thumbnail like clickbaity, but it's the only real way to get any views, especially with such a niche community like Doctor Who. Okay, I think that looks passable for now. We'll clean everything up near at the end. So delete that old one. And then what I'm thinking now is they do actually need to come down a bit. Maybe make him a bit bigger. Possibly. Yeah, and we can also deal with the spiky hair being a bit cut off there. Makes it a bit easier. I noticed there was a bit of Donna still hanging on Donna. So yeah, so now we have that. As I said, we'll clean this up and colour grade it and everything, sort that all out. And now we have the Ood, who are going to be below them. Actually, let me just manage things a bit here. There we go. Thumbnails, perfect amount of clickbait without being obvious. Red circle of doom. Yeah, I like to think I am kind of honest, while still being like enterprising enough to work on YouTube. And yeah, I never want the circles and arrows. Those would be terrible. Also, sorry if I'm just really low beat today. I'm so tired. Like I am real tired. I went on a massive walk, and I've been shattered ever since. So, in the writing for Don to open a kebab shop. I'm not quite sure. Is that a reference to something or? Oh, Donna kebab. Yeah, now I get it. Yeah. That's good. We were missing those puns. Got the puns back. Let's see, might be having assets and folders. Yeah, I mean I have a lot of assets just saved that I just reuse. It's just that because I use so many one-offs, there's never really like much point in like constantly saving these PNGs. If I need to get them again, I can just open up the PSD to just nick them and use them in something else. I think I did that for something. I can't remember what. I remember when I first started making these reviews, I used the same image of Rose so many times because it was the only PNG I could find, because I wasn't cutting out my own PNGs at the time. But now I try and make every thumbnail a lot more unique and better. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's also this, because the AI background mover tried to get rid of the cord, so I had to keep some of the background and get rid of it here. Let's see. I would put on some music by, DMCA and all that. So maybe next time if I can find some chill DMCA free music, you can. Ooh, fucked that up. That's great. This will probably get covered up because they'll be on a white background anyway, so it's don't have to be too precise getting rid of this. Yeah, here we go. I think that's pretty much there. Okay, so yeah, that's basically done there. There's some bits, but yes, we have the Ood here. I was thinking about having two ood because, you know, planet of the ood. So I was thinking about maybe having two different ood. I did get another one. The more evil looking one. Well, I say more evil, they're both looking evil. I mean, folders within Photoshop, so I don't know what Photoshop folder means. I honestly have no idea. Like, I'm such like a noob when it comes to Photoshop and all this stuff. So yeah, so we could have him flipped maybe. Here, oh, I think that looks good. Just gonna make him smaller. Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah, he's kind of creeping around the side there. I like that. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Music is on Twitch file, no video game music's okay, otherwise video games will be banned. Yeah, but it also depends, like, what the game's from. Like, I was thinking about doing some Star Wars Battlefront, like the original Star Wars Battlefront streams, but I wouldn't be able to have sound on there because they're literally just the score from the movies. So, next new layers, I can fold it. Oh yeah, I know how to do, like, those folders, but, like, I don't know, because I have to do the folders when I'm doing double grading, like gradient stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure about this background light. I don't know how they managed to do it on that other one, like the DVD cover. I never know how they do this kind of stuff around it. Like, you know, the smoke and effects and stuff. You only doing Planet of the Ood because it does look like it's done. Yeah. I'm doing. No. I'm. This is the Planet of the Ood review thing. I'm not starting with this one. I did the previous two just offline, but these are. This is what I'm like starting with. In terms of publicly, so this is the first one I'm making. So yeah, I'm trying to go for something like that DVD cover, but it's just getting something to make the background pop. We might come back to that. It just said Series 4. Oh, sorry. No. Yes. I'm just going through and making each one. Let's see. So, wait, that's the huge. Yeah, I always get tripped up in my layers as well. Alright, we're trying to do the Doctor here, but it's not wanting to cooperate. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We're going to have to do that manually then. Usually I just slap in the auto tone and stuff and it works. Actually, let's decide on the background. So I've got blue for Partners in Crime, red for Fires of Pompeii. I'm thinking something like green. I would use like blue for this, but I'm already using that for Partners in Crime. So I'm thinking something like maybe turquoisey. Kind of like this kind of colour. So I don't like to use too many of the same colours in a row. I could go. No, I want to save purple for Centauran Stratagem. So yeah, I guess I'm going to go like bluish green there. And then yeah, now we got to hope that maybe nope, still won't work. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing here is making them just look a bit less flat and make them fit in. So yeah. I'm gonna go back and soften everything up. Right now I'm just assembling it all in a way. Let's see, up the saturation a bit. Maybe darken. I've never really been good with like toning stuff. Probably put on a brightness one as well. I've never done this on stream, so it's kind of weird giving commentary on everything that I'm doing. Let's see. That's too much. Brightness. That's a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better. Looks a lot less flat now. Looks a bit too oversaturated, so I'm going to turn the saturation down. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Now I've got to do the same for Donna, which I'm going to do now. Let's see, start view saturation. And then a bit bit too dark, too oversaturated. And I'm gonna have to. It's weird how these things happen. It starts so far off, and then you make so many small changes, and then it just suddenly looks completely different and a lot better. So if I do the brightness and contrast, oh no, I need to make a separate layer. I used to just image layer everything, but then when it came to undoing stuff, it was a nightmare. So now I just do clipping masks, which I think is the right way to do it. Brightness down, contrast up. Yeah. See, now we have the problem of Tennant looking a bit pixely. He looks a bit low quality because he was smaller in the image, so the image quality is less good. But I think they look a lot better now. And yeah, that's kind of the rough idea of it. It's just I want something better for the whiteness, because now I've got to then go and add reflectiveness and stuff on it. Let's see what happens if I auto-tone the oud. Auto-contrast the oud? No, nothing. I don't know where my browser thing is, but thank you for the follow, Alphinator. Yeah, it will automatically make the quality of the thumbnail worse, but I like to make things look good. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. It's all the way down there. How do I get to that? There we go. Sorry, I'm just sorting out something in OBS. There we go. That's better. Okay, yeah. So, wait, which one am I doing now? So I got myself completely lost. Yeah, I think the oud look fine for what they are. Might make this main oud down a bit, so they're a bit more equal. Yeah, I think that looks maybe a bit bigger. So most of it is just, I pretty much mutter to myself even when I'm not streaming. When I'm doing this stuff, I just mutter to myself all the time. I feel like it needs to be even smaller. And I can, yeah, I'm trying to make them the same height, and then I can open them up more. Here we go. Now I can kind of bring them both, because they're kind of combined at the same quality. It's just this light I don't like. I want something like it, but I'm not quite sure this is the right one. I couldn't find a better one, that was the problem. Like, I had others, which I can try bringing in. Like there was this one, but I don't know, it's just kind of a spotlight. We can try it. If I get rid of that. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I think it's too focused. Yeah, it's not like bright enough. It's not solid enough. It's too transparent, I think. What's another one I got? I did get this one, which I think's great, but the problem is it's got this awkward background on it. You know, you can see the line there. I even tried screen blending it, but it just wouldn't get rid of it. It's really annoying, because I think that's the kind of perfect thing. Yeah. Usually, you know, you'd screen and it just wouldn't. How long does it take to write a script for a video? About a day. Well, 2 days technically, because I write the notes, and the notes basically end up being the full script, because it takes me about 3 hours to go through an episode, because I'm taking really thorough notes, and by the end of it I've basically already written the review. So the day after I've done all that, I just make sure it all blends together. Is this? Oh, it's overlay. No. Yeah, I don't know how to make this one look good, because I think the brightness of it looks a lot better, but then you've got this awkward box, so I might slap some gradients on there. See how that works. Wrong way. Actually, I'll be better doing the circular here, wouldn't I? not use the circular one. I think I might be doing it wrong. Pixar has a tool for making those flashes, which is very customizable. Really? What's the tool? Is it just like online, or do I have to download something? Like, do I have to download an app for that, or do they just have it online? Oh, and is it free? That's another thing. I don't really want to pay for yet another thing. But, not sure how to make this look good. It's online. What do I look up to find it? And I can maybe even use it now, because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. To be frank. Need to load the... edit the brush to the flash. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That'd be a bit of a nightmare to do. I'm sure Photoshop probably has ways to do it. I'm not familiar enough. I might have to ask Cynical Who about that. Let's see. No, it's not soft enough now. Oh, that's better. I can go for something like that. Yeah, okay, that looks good now. I just need to sort that side out. So I just got a folder again. Alright. Oh, for God's sake. I always forget which way the gradient's supposed to go. Yeah, I think that lighting looks better than it did. I could try and combine them. Ooh. Fucked up there. I accidentally hit the wrong tool. Yeah, there's quite a fair amount of time spent on thumbnails. Usually I think I kind of would be further along by now. It's just... I think I may have got my own vision wrong here. So I was thinking one thing and it doesn't seem to be pulling off the way I want it to. Because, I don't know, there's something missing here. Oh, for God's sake, it's got the thing back, has it? Oh, I've got to redo that. No, it wasn't that one, it was this one. Right, just redo that. But yeah, there is a fair amount of time spent on these because I want them to look as good as possible. It spends like 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I just like to make sure they look as good as possible, because I feel like if the thumbnail looks really good, then people will understand that the content is higher quality. Even if it's not, like, even if the content's not high quality, if you have a good thumbnail, people will be more likely to watch. But I don't know, I still feel like there's something like missing here. But I'm going to go ahead and start to add the details in to reflect the light. This has already got a bit of light reflection going on, but I want to make that a bit more obvious. This is something I learned from Cynical Who, so I'm not great at it yet, but it's the color burn tool or color dodge where you can lighten things up. Am I even on the right one? No, I'm not. Let's see. So yeah, so I can really lighten this Ood's head up here to reflect the giant beam of light behind him. So it's kind of important to do this. Because yeah, they've got this massive beam of light behind them. If they don't have anything like any light spill or anything like that, it kind of makes it look worse. If you have something like this, like reflecting the beam, then it adds authenticity to it, because it seems like the light's actually going on to them. So yeah. So yeah, credit to Cynical Who for showing me this. Because I always knew it was possible, I just never knew how to do it. Just go into Adobe Spark, background, take a screenshot, crop out the watermark. I mean, you know, there are always different ways to do thumbnails. There's no like right way. Like, people could spend ages slaving away at a thumbnail and nothing ever comes of it. Whereas people could just do absolutely nothing to one and then get loads of views. Stream crashed. Is it just my internet? It might be. I mean, I'm getting dropped frames and stuff, but it's not severe enough. I think it is just your internet, but it could be mine. I honestly have no idea. Watermarks are so useless, you can crop them out. Yeah, and also, like with that clone stamp thing I showed, getting rid of Donna's fingers, you can just use that as well. Let's see. I don't want to overdo it, but then I also want to make sure it's obvious that this is happening here. Because, you know, it is a very significant beam of light. I want to make that clear. Here we go. I think that looks good. Yeah, you can already see the difference that makes. Like, because now it really does seem like the light is reflecting. I think I may have overdone it. I need to probably try and like feather that in, because it does seem a bit too obvious here. But then that's where I kind of get stuck, because I don't know how to make it look nicer. I don't know how to sort of, because the hardness is already down at 0, so I guess maybe if I make the size higher and kind of try just dabbing away at it, it might feather it in. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Got to do the other shoulder as well, actually. But yeah, you got to do this for like every single thing. Like, this is what I mean about I really want to make these look good, because usually it would be a case of I would just slap that in and then call it done at what I was a second ago. But now I'm trying to go the extra mile and make it have this better kind of quality to it. Let's see. It's making a bit of a difference here. I don't want to overdo this side too much, because the light source is coming from here, so naturally it would only have a little bit, because of the way he's facing, it would only have a little bit of spill over here. Yeah, I think that looks fine. It's only a slight change. But yeah, it did already help that there was a light source, because now I think it looks more authentic there. It suits it a lot better. And now, you know, you've got to do the whole thing again here, which, you know, that's always fun, isn't it? So this time I've got to do both shoulders and kind of the side, that right round the head. So, let's see, just do it here. I've got to make it really significant on this bit, like this specific bit, because the light source is right here. So this side would be quite overwhelmed by the light. This is apparently what happens when you die, you know, you just ood and you see the light, but you also just see ood. So if I just completely light that up, there we go. Just keep going over it until it gets lighter and lighter. I could turn up the exposure, actually. I should probably do that rather than going over and over. Right, and it's from there that we actually do a bit more going down. And then we do have to feather it a little bit, like I did a second ago with the other one. We just got to just make it ease into the shadow, rather than just being like someone came in and scribbled grey crayon over him. Alright, and we do the exact same here. I'm on the shadows, so it should work. Here we go. It's because it's so dark, it takes quite a lot to brighten this up. Let's see. I'll probably end up, like, after I've gone off stream, I'll probably do some more touches to it and all that, because I'm one of those people that I do something and then I look back at it and I completely change it because I've had time to look from a new perspective. Let's see. Okay, I feel like I've overdone it on this shoulder. Let's see, just do the dabs on that again. Where do I get the where do I get the background for thumbnails? I just look up like space wallpaper. Like, you know, it's just space wallpaper, and I just change the color for each video. For each series, it's always the exact same image. I just flip it, or you know, change the color. I feel like it adds some nice consistency to things. Yeah, there we go. Just adds like sort of a more natural feeling to that. And then we go back to dodge, because yeah, dodge is brighten, burn is darken. Not sure why it's called dodge. There's probably a good reason. Sure, I'm doing that wrong. I should probably be on highlights, I think, for this one. Oh no, that's clearly the wrong one. You got to match it up properly, otherwise it is just drawing. Because that's essentially what this is. It's essentially just drawing on the thing. See, a bit around the head there. I don't like that. That looks bad. And then you just got to brighten up the side of his head again because the light source is right there. Yeah. Sorry again, like I just really slip into the zone. I can't, like, I'm so focused on stuff like this that I forget to talk because I'm not used to chatting while I do it. It looks bad when it's zoomed in like this, but it looks better when you kind of zoom out. Alright. And this is just the Ood. These ones pretty much look fine already. It's going to be absolute nightmare to do the Doctor and Donna because I've got to underlight them from the chin, which probably won't come off very well. Let's see, just try and do that. Yeah, I'm not as happy with this Ood, but I think it looks fine. Yeah, I will go, actually, I just noticed on that Ood that I just need to do some more erasing here. There we go. Just very subtly. Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. So yeah, so now you can clearly see the improvement it's made. It looks a lot more natural. You know, because it looks like they're actually being affected by the other element that they're on. So now I've just got to do the same, but to the Doctor and Donna, which is going to be more difficult to do because I still don't like how they look. I feel like they could look a bit. They still look too. I think the contrasts just seems off, or like the saturation or something. It just seems they don't really fit the same idea. If that it's hard to explain. They still look too flat in my opinion. If I auto tone or auto contrast now, no, that didn't work. How do I fix this? I hope everyone's like enjoying this, by the way. I know I've only got a small amount of viewers, but I hope everyone who is watching is enjoying this kind of look into how I make my thumbnails. I feel like if I darken him, it definitely not lighten. Lighten never works in this situation. Yeah, definitely don't want to saturate. Definitely. I don't know what to do in this situation. What am I going to change the text to? Yeah, that's always a difficult thing for me to like work out. like, because I've got to kind of just think of something vaguely interesting. For this one, I might do like, oh, I don't know, like an exploration of slavery or something, because it has to kind of say what the episode's about. Just trying to make this look more fitting, but it's not really looking good no matter what I do. It still looks too flat. Even with the saturation up really high, it still just doesn't really come off right. I might revisit that off stream and work out what's going on there, because it's just not quite coming out how I want it. Maybe there's like another layer I need to do. I'm one of those people who at this point sit back and take it off. Yeah, for ages I did the same. I just wanted, like, it's just for these videos, because these are like really in-depth, long, videos. It's about like half an hour for each episode, so it's like I really want these thumbnails to look good. And I wouldn't say be art pieces themselves, because they're definitely not, but at least look reflective of how good I feel like the content is. Maybe it's a consequence of the light being a bit too bright. Where even is the light? Here we go. If I down the light just a little bit, I say a little bit and then I go almost the whole way. Nothing. If I just... No, that's the other one. It doesn't matter too much here. It's just difficult when you get to these kind of very small little tweaks you need to make, because you're just not sure what you need to do to make it work, especially when you're like me and you have no idea what you're doing. Oh, let's click the wrong button there. Because yeah, I've used Photoshop for a few years, but I've always used it in a very basic. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. I've always used it in a very basic, straightforward sense. Tell his difference. Yeah, but I just want to make sure that they look. You can, even though they're very small, you can, like, it. I feel like it will make a difference. Just these small touches. Because yeah, you see it like this. You can still clearly see the overlap of the brightness, which I feel does add to it. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like it's the Doctor who's the problem here. Donna's not too bad, but for some reason the Doctor just looks really overly kind of white. Like here, his face is fine. It's just the blue. Maybe I need to colour correct it to make it a bit more blue. I might try that. Let's see. Colour balance. Let's see what happens if we make it a bit more blue. Just up the blue a bit more. Okay. A bit too much blue. Cyan. I feel like it adds a little bit, but it's not adding that oomph that I want there. Like, yeah, the problem is now it makes his face too blue. So I might up the blue just a bit, but not too much to affect his face. I wish it was a way, like, because in Premiere Pro you can just do the color grading where you just get more colors exaggerated. You can just say, like, exaggerate this specific color. But I don't know how to do that here, or if you even can. Is it in, like, Channel Mixer? Is that what it is? Oh yeah, I think this is what it is. Oh no, definitely not. That's definitely not what it is. Let me get rid of that. There. Does anyone know how to kind of make this look better? Because as I said, it's Donna looks fine, but for some reason the Doctor just does not. I'm just not sure how to get the best of it, because that's the only thing holding this back at this point. because I just want the Doctor to stand out more. He looks very flat and like almost transparent, but not. That's kind of what I don't like. I just want him to stand out a bit more and look better, because I'm not quite sure what's gone wrong here. I think it might just be a problem with the source image itself. It's a way to cut his head out of the colour correction. That's the thing. I might be able to go over. I'll try that actually. I'll try making a new layer of just his torso. Let's see if I duplicate layer here and get rid of one, and then I'll just completely get rid of his head. That's probably a better way to do this. As I said, I'm not a Photoshop expert or anything, so I'm just gonna get rid of his head here and then go nuts with his suit. And here, you know, I could just slap someone else's head on him at this point. Here we go. Make sure it's Pfizer Pompeii. Maybe. I'm not huge on the Pfizer Pompeii one, actually. Alright, let's see. So now we have 2 layers. Actually, this one now, I need to get another one that gets rid of his head. Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't actually. So now this one, I make its own thing. And now this one I just go nuts with, I reckon. And we'll see how that works. Fingers crossed. So now what if we just... No, I don't want to do that actually. I just want to up the saturation, I reckon. It's better to do that sometimes. Yeah, there we get a problem there actually. It might just be a colour balance thing I have to do. It doesn't seem to be a saturation issue. You know, at this point I could just make him, you know, just change his entire colour scheme. You know, I can make him... There we go, look, he's more like Colin Baker there. Yeah, let's just get rid of that one. I don't think that's the right kind of layer to change. Yeah, so I think we'll try the colour balance again. Let's see that. And this is mainly what like Photoshop is. You should keep trying stuff over and over, and then eventually something works. It still looks flat. I don't know why. It still looks off. Maybe it's like a vibrance thing. Let's see if I just kind of try and set this back to normal. Yeah, I'll try on the vibrance because I'm not sure what's not working here. Let's see, because you can even see how like you change it. Obviously I know it's separate now, so it's like that's how it actually looks, but you can just tell it doesn't look right. It just needs something else on there. Let's see, has anyone in chat got any ideas? Anyone who actually kind of knows Photoshop better than me, know what I've got to do, because this is really holding everything up. No, it's just I want to make the actual image look better. I don't want to fuck around with colours. I just want to make the image look clearer. Yeah, I don't want to fuck around with colours too much because look, I just want... I just don't know. I just want to change it just to make it look a bit more like it fits with everything else in the image, because right now it looks too washed out. That's the word I've been looking for, washed out. That's what this image looks like. It looks washed out. Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. I don't know. I think I just realised what it might be. It might be, yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, there we go. It's this here. If we say all that, it's where this goes. Oh, it stops right there. So now we've got to change this. So hopefully that it should be as simple as that. If we just say, call it the, again I get it wrong. If we call it the, yeah, that's definitely what it's been. It's okay, right? Well, at least we know. At least we know now. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So, just because it's actually it works out for the better if we do it a certain way. Why did that not work? What's going on there? Have I grouped it in the wrong? I think I've grouped it wrong. Delete group. Okay, so now if we add another group. Oh, no, I'm panicking. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we've worked it out. So now, every time. Yeah. So we've got to try and get this to not take up too, like, not be too destructive or anything like that. It might help to lower the brightness of this a bit. There we go. There we go. Yes, now it's starting to come together. I don't know what's going on with Donna now. She looks all kind of weird. Is it because of? Yeah, I think I over saturated her. Let's fix that. There we go. Just make her look a bit less messed up. Could be also on the contrast. Is it contrast? No, it's not. There, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, so now they look at least a bit better. Still not great, but they look a bit like they fit more. And it also kind of benefits now for the Doctor to be kind of washed out. I'm going to have to now fix his colour balance and stuff. Do I even need it? I always forget for some reason these things just change the entire complexion. Oh, because for some reason they just aren't attached to. How do I like reattach it? Hang on, I'm gonna delete that. I am not gonna delete that. I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't know what I just did. How do I reattach it? Because they were attached to the Doctor, but then because I duplicated him, it got all weird and messed up. Does anyone know how I reattach that? Because it's kind of messing everything else up at this point. I might bring Donna out a bit. Or maybe this Ood. I want more. Oh. Mess that up as usual. Yeah, I might just create some more horizontal space here. I think this is probably the worst out of the three I've made. Just because it's just not really playing along with me. I'll bring out the other two actually. For the people who are still in chat, you can get a nice little reward and get a sneak peek at what's coming. Let's bring these up. So Partners in Crime I've already kind of showed before. So this is Partners in Crime one. I was really proud of this, but every time I look at it I find something new to hate. But I'm really proud of this one. I think that looks really good. And that, yeah, that's kind of what we stole everything from to start this one. And now Fires of Pompeii, which, you know, this is a world premiere. We've got this. Again, this is one, it doesn't look great because low quality images, but this is one that I think will benefit from being just a small little thumbnail. This is, I think, yeah, I guess I probably hate this one more than my Planet of the Ood one. But yeah, I don't know. I think this one's nice and simple. I think that kind of works for it. I'm just going to now have to do all the colour dodge and burn and stuff on these two. Actually, I've got to also get rid of some excess stuff. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end at this point. I will tidy up more stuff off screen, and try to make the Doctor look a bit better with what's going on. But yeah, there's only a couple of people left in the stream, so thank you for sticking up for this long. I probably won't do another one of these again because it's basically the same thing every time. I feel like this was just a good way to show people what goes into each of these thumbnails. I know it looks a bit messy because I'm getting rid of some of the outlines here, but you know, it's not too bad. You know, it's fine. No one will notice. Well, I mean, you all will now because you'll be on the lookout for like in a few weeks when it comes out, but it'll be about a month until it comes out, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I think now we just got to do the color dodge and then change the text, and then we should be home free. So he's already got basically the dodge going on. You can see here just from the natural thing. But if we can try to like do it under his chin a bit, I'm worried about how this is going to turn out because it could look real bad. So you've got to stay out of the shadows here. Just got to try and spice it up by just adding a bit of like underlight to kind of show, well, like once again, like we did with Ood, show that this light source is having an effect on the environment. I was planning on setting up the Minecraft server. I would play on it, man. Oh yeah, I'd hop in every now and then. So yeah, so if we just basically lighten him up, then it looks like the light source is actually hitting him, which, you know, it's nice off, like when it comes out well. I just haven't managed to get the knack of doing it very well. So am I doing this wrong? This looks wrong. This does not look right. Looks way too grey. Let's see. We'll see how it looks on the actual thing. It may have been a case for midtones rather than shadows, but it looked really dark, so I thought shadows would be better served for it. I think that does not look good. No, that... It doesn't look too bad. I think it's kind of obvious what I've done, though. Actually, I looked away and I looked back and it looks fine. So, I think I can probably keep that. I think that doesn't look too bad. You can see that it's having an effect. Maybe I need to sort this out here. Just smudge it in a bit. Hi Russ, how you doing? I'm trying to do a bit of an arting stream. where I just show off my thumbnail failures. Let's see, just blend this in. That looks worse. That looks real bad now. I don't know what I've done here. Yeah, Twitch is definitely quite like an alien, like very specific platform that a lot of people aren't very familiar with. I just prefer to stream on here because it's separate to YouTube. I don't want to like clog up my YouTube stuff with loads of streams. Hi Brain Gamer, how you doing? Let's see if we just line up Donna. No, I think it's the midtones. Oh, yeah, still on shadows, that's why. This is highlights. Oh, no, definitely midtones. Here we go. This should hopefully add some light. There we go. Yeah, it's just like adding a bit of like kind of like a colour bloom to everything. That's mostly what you do in these situations. Let's see. So Donna actually I think needs quite a lot of it. At least you're getting affiliate scene and swim that ad revenue. But I swear like I swear they put ads on affiliate streams, but you don't actually get paid for the ads. Isn't that like a big controversy among Twitch streamers? And yeah, I do put a lot of effort into my thumbnails, probably too much. But, you know, it's nice to have them be presentable. Let's see. As an affiliate, you do just rates teleport. That sounds more like Twitch, to be honest. It's like anyone hates, like somehow Twitch is worse than YouTube sometimes. No, it's burning bad. Yeah, I can't really see too much else we need to do here. I think we've got most of it covered. I did do that. Did the shoulders. Yeah, I think we're mostly done with the image element. I still feel like there's something missing. I feel like there needs to be something behind them here. That's what I did with the others, where I had the volcano and the TARDIS, but I don't really know what to put here. What if I just put another light? If I just put another one of these onto there. Let's see. That's not right. Let me just duplicate that. Don't break everything. Okay. So now we just I'll chuck the other one under there. Actually, it's less like hassle to deal with. Right, here we go. Let's try this. Let's try putting this one behind them. Just somewhere up there or something. Maybe flip it so it's less obvious that it's been copied. Might need a bit more orange in it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it does need a bit more colour work going on. Say after I've finished, I might talk to Cynical Hugh about it, because Cynical knows way more about this stuff. Cynical actually helped me with the Partners in Crime one and the Fires of Pompeii. It really made it look a lot better. Alright, let's see. I think that looks a bit better if there's a shining light here. I think that makes it look a bit neater. I might up the brightness on this just to make it. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay. What if we tried doing it through this brightness? What about the snow caps in the episode? Yeah, I could try snow caps, but it's a difficult one to try and do, because you've got to try and get a good image and stuff like that. Man, it just does not want to be lighter, does it? I think that's a me issue. I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe vibrance? Nope. What am I doing wrong? It's probably because it's stuck behind all these layers. Yeah, I might try the snow caps. It depends. But I think we'll leave this for now as it is. Actually, I say leave it for now, but now because we've got this, we've got to do extra work. Yeah, how do I make this brighter? I swear there must be a way. I'll try it with an adjustment layer. Maybe that's what I needed to do before. It's not playing along. I'll just leave it at the moment. Delete layer. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that at the moment. I think it looks okay if I put it like that. Actually, I've got other ones I could use. Let's see those other ones. Oh yeah, there was that really bright. There was a really circular bright one that I tried that I didn't really like because of how much of a spotlight it was. This one. This is perfect. Let's see if I get rid of this. Let's see, rasterize this. Sorry, I'm always looking round because my microphone's in the way, so it looks really awkward. And then we put that there. Let's see. I think that looks okay. It creates kind of a new light source to play with. Again, I wish I could make it brighter, but I think it's fine for what it needs to do. I just need to now go back into the colour burning stuff, because as you can see, Donna's hood looks a bit off now because it doesn't really reflect this light. Also, it just looks bad because I didn't feather it good enough. So if we turn this way down, right, yeah, just gotta be real careful with it just to make it look a bit. We could overlay a blue gradient to the right. What do you mean by that? Like across the, from, like on, I can't even really explain it. Do you mean like a gradient coming from here? Because I would prefer it to kind of be a flat colour. I don't really want too many colours involved. Or do you mean over the Doctor to bring out the blue again? Because I'm still having trouble with just how bad the Doctor looks. Let's see, right, so we've got that there, and now we're going to just colour burn, or dodge it actually. Alright, so I think it's going to be under shadows because most of it's black. Alright. There we go. Slowly but surely. If I do Doctor Who Hunger Games again, are you going to stream it? Yeah, I would stream if I do it again. I don't have any plans to do it again as of yet, but I will eventually get around to it, I'm sure. Wait, this needs to be mid-tones now. Just a little bit. A little bit on the cheeks. Tuesday, most likely that's when you post if any changes. No, Cyberwoman review is going to be on Thursday, but next week it's going to be, well, I say next week, some people consider this week to be next week. The 21st is the Cyberwoman, and then the 26th and the 28th are going to be uploads in the same week. This looks bad now. Kind of cocked up a bit. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad actually. It's difficult to do when it's like a hood like that, because it would usually keep the light out. I feel like it looks okay. Do you think you'll ever do a VC stream where you just talk and do something else? What, like I've been pretty much only doing. I've been doing loads of those. I wanted this one to be something different for once, because I thought people might be possibly getting just a bit sick of just watching me talk and might want to see something different. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, again, some nice colour on here. Because the light is right behind him, so it's going to have, much like the UD, it's going to have quite a significant effect on him. Obviously in the server, probably not. You guys are crazy. And I don't have much time on my hands. Like, this is technically me just streaming me working, essentially. I'm technically doing 2 jobs at once, because I'm streaming and working on the videos. I'm doing a video of Revolution of the Daleks. No, I'm not. I don't plan on talking about Revolution of the Daleks at all. I already kind of have. I've said stuff about it, and there's not really much else I have to say. And, you know, with all the Torchwood stuff and then Series 4, there's not really a room in the schedule for Revolution of the Daleks. Plus, I don't really like to rush videos out, and I feel like I would be doing that. Okay, right, and now I just gotta go back to the burn and just kind of dab away at bits. Yes, the Discord is just a bit crazy. Oh, uh-oh, I touched something, I don't know what I did. Uh-oh, what did I just do? I'm just gonna nope out of there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I just feel like I overdid it there. Ah, there we go. It's too dark now. No, it's all going wrong. Oh, I can't look at the Discord at the moment. I shut it down when I stream because it seems to get in the way of my connection sometimes. I'm just going to zoom out. That looks fine, I reckon. It's a bit overdone there. The Doctor has just been the worst part of this video, like this thing. Bye, Ventral. I'll try and stream again on Friday. I'm totally not like pumping out streams to try and get affiliate because, you know, I've got everything else. I just need to do the the actual streams now because you need to do 7. Yeah, I feel like I've overdone it with the Doctor there, but oh well. Yeah, I think I can call that main image done. It's not great, but I'll probably work on it again. And now, yeah, we just have the last bit, which we're just going to come up with a word or like a sentence to sum everything in the episode up. So I'll just say exploration of slavery, maybe something like that. A bluish tint. Yeah, I get that. I might do stuff like that. As I said, I'm probably gonna work on this after the stream. I feel like this maybe is a bit crap. I don't really know what to sum it up. These are always the things I struggle with. This and coming up with the actual title. It's always something I really struggle with. It's also the spacing of it all as well. That's always a pain. Anyone got any ideas? Because I don't. That's the only one I've really got. Because, I mean, I could put something about consequences because the whole thing's about kind. It's not really. What's the phrase? The horrors of slavery. That could work. Yeah. And it fits well actually as well. Because sometimes I will have to like miss words out on purpose or something because they just won't fit in well with everything. So we just got to adjust the boxes. We'll probably make the text in the boxes smaller because it's kind of getting in the way of that. And also kind of like having sometimes 3 boxes because it fills out the space a bit more. Let's see. The Big Brain episode. I mean, it's not wrong, is it? Right, and now we just try and center that. Right, that's all done. And make that a bit smaller. Keep that around there. And that's pretty much done. I always hate having negative space here, but there's nothing I can really fill it with that looks organic. But now what we do is bring up a color wheel and work out what color best complements that greenish. Let's see, so we're looking at kind of pink, let's see, actually it's kind of reddish pink. It's almost what we've already got here with the orange, but we've got to go a bit more red. Let's see what we've got here. That's too red. This is always a bit I struggle with as well. It's just coming up with the right kind of colour for it. 'Cause I never like going too bright. Here we go. Oh, that's the dark one. Where's the... There we go. Yeah, there we go. See, I feel like I want to do something with this negative space, but is that too dark for a YouTube thumbnail, do you reckon? Or I think that looks good actually. Yeah, I think that's honestly pretty, like, almost as good as I could probably get it with what I'm trying to do. I think it looks good. Yeah, I might add just like some bits to it to try and make it look a bit better. But yeah, I'd say that's probably the best I'm going to get it, at least when my mind is on like 2 different things at once. So yeah, that's the thumbnail for Planet of the Ood. I'm actually quite excited for the Sontaran one, because what I'm doing is each time I'm inverting it. So for the Fires of the for Partners in Crime, I did it with the Doctor, Donna, villain at the bottom, and then for Fires of Pompeii, I swapped it so it was the Doctor, Donna, and a third person at the bottom, and then the villain at the top. So for the Sontaran one, I get to have a big potato boy at the top, and then the Doctor, Donna, Martha either side. So I'm really excited to do that one. I might do that one on stream, but I don't know, maybe not. I don't expect I'm going to be doing that for a while though, because I still have a lot of other stuff to do elsewhere. But yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you for watching the process and kind of getting a better idea of how I make these and what goes into them, because you know I do spend a lot of time on them to try and get them to look the best. And this isn't even done, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to do some more bits to it to get the best possible thumbnail. But I think this is good for now, at least. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. As I said, the Cyberwoman video is on Thursday this week, and then every week after that will be a double upload week for 2 months pretty much. So it's going to be very busy. I will have more time to stream stuff when I've finished making the Torchwood videos, which will be in about a month. So I'll be streaming probably more often then, because I'll have more free time. But yeah, for now, just have a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. And yeah, I will see you on Thursday for the video, and then hopefully Friday for the stream. So see you then. Thanks for all the followers. Thank you for everyone in chat. And yeah, see you next time.